And in this week alone, you got some heavy hitters who are streaming only on Twitch who now move to other platforms. You have the largest YouTube creator or commentary creator, Moist Critical, who used to stream every day on Twitch to now he's streaming on YouTube. The thing with him is that he didn't want to be tied down to Twitch alone, so he talked to Twitch and they terminated a contract which he's thankful for, because there's still time left in his contract. Twitch is losing someone, from the people in the Minecraft community to others in the W1L and people who do a variety of things. You may have seen some of these announcements that people are making about switching streaming platforms, because really the only one who's losing anyone is Twitch. So because of that, he started streaming on YouTube, but he's just checking it out, just streaming without a contract. He does his own thing, just like his videos and his streams. Also, sub to the channel because we're close to 75 subs. From the WNL community, you have Your Rage. So he finally switched after a lot of people were telling him to switch for a long time, because we've seen a lot of people get $1 million contracts from it, and a lot of people were telling him to switch. So when he did it, a lot of people were excited. He got a 2-year, $75 million contract, which I think is a non-exclusive deal like XQC's. And to celebrate it, he did his first stream as a Mr. Beast type challenge, where your last of the hand wins the prize being 100k. If you want to check it out, you can. It lasted about 22 hours. The money was split between two people, 40 and 60. Not sure why it was a 40-60 split, but if you find out, tell me in the comments below. And on that same day he signed, he didn't just turn into Your Rage on Kick, he turned into FaZe Your Rage on Kick. In the same announcement, FaZe and Kick did combined reveal that he was joining both. And from it, you had so much support from everyone, from FaZe fans to members too, saying that they're happy that someone who joined fits their vision for the org. Even FaZe Rain said that he was happy that he joined, because apparently he was one of the people on an apparent list that, people would be happy if they were to join, and he did. Also, I didn't know this, but you know how FouseyTube's doing the whole subathon thing, and there's drama about him getting banned on Twitch for taking advantage of a drunk sex trafficking victim? Well, he got picked up by Kick, I think 2 days after his ban, and he got a $15 million contract. Not sure for how long though. So he's just doing the subathon there now. Now the last person who got picked up by Kick this week, and that person is in hot waters because he wants to make a change in the Kick community, and that person is Sapnap. If you don't know who Sapnap is, he's like the left-hand man of Dream, Dream being the largest Minecraft creator. There's a lot of drama about him joining because he's Twitch's 78th highest followed account on the whole site, and most of his audience is, well, children. Before the switch, a little background, he was getting 10 to 30,000 people watching him per stream average. People didn't really care what he played, they just want to watch. To now, Kick, he's barely scraping 1,000. And it's only been a week since the reveal. Everyone in the Minecraft community, or most people that watch him, are boycotting him by, purposely not watching him. With me, being an actual nobody with 67 subscribers, have actual YouTube video and shorts that gotten more views than his streams. He's being boycotted by everyone in the Minecraft community. Everyone else who's on that community couldn't care less. So his fans and even his own friends are calling him out for it. So the reason why everyone is boycotting him is because they're telling him that he made a bad choice because he left Twitch for Kick. And his audience is like 90% children, and everyone believes that Kick is unsafe for people in certain groups that he has in his audience. The main reason why they're saying it's unsafe is because you have Aiden Ross streams and their chat is literally out of pocket. And as I mean they, I mean Tubbo and certain groups being people of color, LGBT, and people with other religions.
Sapnap, I'm just gonna say, frankly, the majority of Sapnap's demographic is people in communities such as LGBTQIA+, younger demographic and stuff like that. I feel like this platform is not a safe place to be openly trans, not a safe place to be openly Jewish, not a safe place to be black, for example. It's insane. And I don't I feel like it's great that you want to spearhead that positive change, but also with such a large and powerful voice you have, and so much good you can do with that voice, it's best that you're more responsible with where you want to bring your community, and you have a responsibility to protect them as well.
But how is it unsafe to be openly saying that you're part of these groups? Follow up, why would you even say that you're openly part of these groups when all you're doing is watching a 20-something-year-old play Minecraft? No one needs to know about it. Just join the stream and watch like everyone else. You don't have to say personal information out there in the open, because to be honest, no one cares. They're just trying to watch the stream like you. Also, why would it be unsafe? Just like Tubbo said, most people that watch them are part of these groups, and the only people that are actually gonna watch them wouldn't they be part of those groups? So if someone were to say something negative or something, wouldn't they get banned? Because it's not like now that he's on Kick, he's not gonna let hate speech slide. He's still the same guy, but he's just streaming on Kick. And how would it be unsafe? Because the whole reason why people watch the stream is to watch the guy live. And if you feel unsafe because of what everyone's writing in chat, then just don't look at the chat. Just watch it on your own volition, and because you want to watch the guy live. And it's not like Twitch is in the clear either, because you got people doing the same. Hate speech in chats, getting banned and all that. But you don't say anything about that. You're saying you have a problem with him because he's doing the exact same thing he's been doing just on Kick. We don't know how long the contract is or how much he got, but it seems to be a lot considering his placement in the top 100, and Rage got like 75 mil from it, and he only had 1.5 million followers, while Sapnap had double that plus more. So from follower count alone, I would guess minimum 50 mil, but it has to be less than XQC's 100 mil. But the game is a game, because it's like this. He got the chance to actually get a life-changing amount of money for just switching platforms. Would you not take it if you were in the same situation? Because it's like a stupid amount of money. Like, most people would probably assume minimum 50 mil. And if you said no to that, who do you think you're lying to? Don't say it's like something like, oh, because of my morals, I can't go on that. That's actual BS, and you know it. Because it's not like he's gonna change. He's still the same guy he was when he was on Twitch. All he's doing is changing his platform, and people act like he's gonna start like saying slurs against every group just because he's going on Kick. Because the way that Kick is viewed is by everyone is through a broken glass or broken mirror. Because when you first think of Kick, the first thing you think of is Adin.Ross streams. Anyone in that chat is saying something unhinged or out of pocket, because that's how his chat, area or zone or theme it is now. Because at this point, he really can't say anything because they've been doing, the exact same thing for the past like 5 months. So they're probably not going to change unless something like super serious happens. And with that, you even had Adin.Ross questioning why he would even switch in the first place. If you had the face of Kick, or, any companies like, face, ask you why you would ever switch, you gotta realize that you messed up. So people are wondering that, why he did it, because really there's no point. He lost the majority of, his viewership, because he went from, hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands, to only just 1,000. So you got a lot of people wondering if he's gonna try to end the contract. Will people come around with him streaming on Kick, or will there be a third option? But we really don't know what can happen since it's only been like a week, so we really can't expect anything right now. Now let's talk about the Sterdo post. So the clip I showed earlier, right? So in that same clip on Twitter, we got the co-founder of Kick.com basically talking to Tabo about the whole thing, and this is what they basically had to say about it. So you had the first thing, which is a video, and the first comment between the two was from the co-founder being Bijane. I'm gonna say Bijane. So he said this, which I think is a good answer, because he's telling that people get banned for hate speech and that they want to protect the Kick family. So Tubbo responded with this: getting banned for hate speech and then giving $1 million contracts and making him owner. The only people who is an owner or co-founder is Bijane, not sure if I said that right, Ed, who I think was the guy from Stake, Trainwrecks, and Adin.Ross. Trainwreck left Twitch because the whole ban on gambling. Adin got banned because he wasn't moderating his chat, and at that point he knew he was switching to Kick, so he really didn't care. And the reason why Twitch isn't signing people who got banned from other platforms, most people when they start streaming, it's on Kick, and then when they get a good following, they get banned for no reason, but in the process they get a deal from someone else. Because Twitch bans are actually the dumbest reasons, because they happen on accident, or things happen out of someone's control. Deller got banned for smashing his keyboard. Dr. Disrespect, people still don't know why he got banned. And the reason why I put this is that if he did something wrong, wouldn't you think people would have figured it out? This one happened recently, like yesterday. So the streamer does OnlyFans live streams on the side, and they have a donation board where it's like if you donate $20, she takes a shot and she flashes the camera. All it was text about the donations. Basically, if you pay this amount of money, I'll do this. She pressed the wrong button, and the thing only showed up for 3 seconds because she realized that, I made a mistake. And then she got banned because it was against guidelines. Users are prohibited from streaming, broadcasting, uploading, soliciting offers, linking or to pornographic or sexually explicit content, offering, soliciting, or any sexual content in exchange for money, services, or item of values. Since that text is meant for, her OnlyFans live streams, she got banned for it. And Alinity last month, she got banned for dancing because she threw it back a little bit. Reason for her ban? Suggestive and sexual content. And because of that, she had thoughts of switching over to Kick, which is actually brain rot, because Twitch made a whole section for women to basically, promote their OnlyFans, being hot tubs and pools. The whole point of that is to wear as little clothing as possible and just be eye candy, because people just give you money. When I first went to check it out, the first thing that popped up was a warning that it was going to be sexual content. But isn't sexual content a bannable offense? And Lily got banned for dancing, and they call that sexual content. But these people can wear bikinis, or at this point they're just wearing underwear. Name their stream 18 plus pool party with yoga. Have the pool in the back corner almost out of sight, and be in full view of the camera, being eye candy, wearing a bikini and stockings, and never entering the pool once, doing various stretches and poses. Is that not suggestive and sexual content? What they're doing is they're the definition of it. Tubbo laughs at the fact that they said, or Baijin said that, they banned people for hate speech. And he says that, have you seen the chats of people that you have signed? So he's yelling at them because of what the viewers write. Not the streamer, but the viewer. Because apparently every streamer has a responsibility to his chat, which I think is total BS, because every person has a mind of their own and a will of their own, and they can do whatever they want. But why should the streamer be held responsible for someone else's actions? That's like school type logic, where you have a bully bullying you, you act in self-defense, but both of you get in trouble for the same amount, which basically tells you that even if you try to stand up for yourself, you'll get the same amount of punishment for the person who hurts you. So what's the point of doing anything to defend yourself? So Baijin said this: Twitter is so much worse than Kick, because on Twitter you have no moderation at all. Kick is a 7-month platform, while Twitch had 12 years with the help of Amazon to fund it. Do you expect that platform to be on the same level when they had a whole decade plus more ahead of them and they're the leading platform? But it is actually amazing how far Kick has gone, even with only 7 months of actual, being open. So then in return, Tubbo had to say this. So the first thing said that, there's a difference between rating something offensive and someone saying it. That's true, but who's saying anything offensive? Because this is really the Adin Ross effect. Whenever anything happens on Kick, people think it's something bad, because, anything that's controversial is by Adin Ross, who's on Kick. But if you look at the other hundreds of thousands of streamers on Kick, you haven't seen anything about them. Arguably, there's more stuff happening that people are getting banned for on Twitch than Kick. So who's actually bad? Also, wouldn't you think if something happened on Kick, people would have clipped it and made videos about it? Because the only thing that's out of pocket is the people in the chat, which I find kind of stupid, because he's blaming the streamer, while other people in the chat, being human beings with their own will and brain, is writing all this stuff. Second thing, he's talking about the screenshots. That first screenshot was, Aiden's first stream. Other one was his latest stream. And you can see that his first stream, everyone had free reign, no one held anything back. His chat is just accustomed to that at this point, where this is gonna stay like that until he probably ends streaming forever. But he only posted one example, and that one person was Adin Ross's chat, which is the most unhinged chat in the whole streaming industry. Who else has a chat that bad? And the only reason why he's pointing that out is because Adin Ross is on Kick. And even before Adin Ross went to Kick, his chat was, relatively like that, because he didn't monitor it. If it was banned, it was banned, but if it wasn't, it wasn't. Because he didn't care. Because he's at the point where he's made so much money, he doesn't care anymore. Because he's the only one on Kick that's actually like this. I went to 20 other people's streams, ranging from 20k viewers or 30k viewers to 50. And no one else was like Adin. From gaming, singing, chatting, to gambling. Everyone was like a Twitch chat. They were there for the streamer, the thing was vibey. No one said anything out of pocket. And you're only going after Adin Ross because his chat is like that. You couldn't find any other streamer who did it, because really, it's only Adin Ross's. Then he talks about, the existing AI tools, but, they're making their own because, they can. And then Tubbo finds it frustrating that he's comparing Kick to Twitter, while Twitter is almost 40 times bigger than Kick. And he's saying that's not filled with hate speech, which I think is false, because I've seen cases where someone disagreed on someone, on an opinion, and that person just started going after their whole bloodline, using anything and everything just to make them feel bad. So the way that I see it, Kick is better than Twitter, and anyone on Kick is the same as Twitch, chat-wise, unless you're watching Adin Ross. So he replies with, I know where you're coming from, and I agree that work needs to be done, give us time. We'll get there. I appreciate your suggestion, and hope to someday welcome you to Kick. Now it's streamer bans. So with streamer bans, you actually have to do something bad on Kick and YouTube. YouTube, they'll go through all the facts, which is why not a lot of people get banned on YouTube streaming. Because with YouTube and Kick, like it has to be bad, like really bad, to them to actually ban you. Twitch, on the other hand, their bans are so inconsistent that there's going to be a point where someone's going to get banned over spilled milk. But in the recent case of iShowMeat, which resulted in him showing his speed, the VOD was deleted, and I think he was embarrassed considering it was trending on Twitter, and he might not stream for a few days on his own or maybe on YouTube, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Because YouTube actually said that, they realized it was an accident, he deleted the VOD right after. They're not going to give him a strike or they're going to ban him. So he's going to just do his thing. But it seems like he might not stream for a few days because, well, he kind of exposed himself to minors. He acted the way he always does on stream, which led to an accident, and they're not going to ban him for it. Because, well, it was an accident. That's about it. If you liked the video, then sub. If you sub, you might get another video.